Hello everyone. In this tutorial, you will rotate some of the structural foundations and columns of the commercial complex project created in the last tutorial. Further, you will copy beams, columns and floors in the second floor structural plan view and paste them on the roof level using the filter tools. You will use the following project parameters and specifications for completing this project. The first project parameter is rotate angle at 90 degree. Second one, elements to be copied to levels such as columns, beams, and structural floors. Third one, file name to be assigned as C06 Commercial Complex Tute 1. After that, we are going to follow the steps that are required to complete this tutorial. Open the C05 Commercial Complex Tute 1.rvt project file. Then, rotate structural foundations at the entry level. Rotate columns at the entry level, copy and paste columns, floors and beams, then save the project using the Save As tool and close the project using the Close tool. Before starting this tutorial, you need to open the project file that's created in the last tutorial. To open that file, go to the File menu, click on it and then choose the project option from Open menu bar. You can see here the open dialog box is displayed. In this dialog box, browse to the location and choose your project file. You can see here the selected project file opens in the drawing window in the second floor structural plan view. Now, the next section of this tutorial is rotating the structural foundations. In this section, you will select some of the structural foundations in the entry project view and rotate it. To rotate the structural foundations, double-click on the entry node in the structural plans head of the project browser to open the corresponding structural floor plan view. You can see here entry structural plan view is displayed. After that, place the cursor on the structural foundations located at the intersection of grid 3.1 and C1. You can see here the structural foundation is highlighted. Then click on the highlighted foundation to select it. After that, choose the Rotate tool from the Modify Structural Foundation contextual tab. A dash preview box is displayed around the selected foundation. Then click on the angle edit in the options bar and enter 90 and then press enter. See here the selected structural foundations is rotated by 90 degree about its center. Next, place the cursor on the structural foundation located at the intersection of grids 3.1 and G2. Then click to select the highlighted structural foundation. After that, repeat the procedure to rotate the selected structural foundation. Select Rotate tool from the Modify Structural Foundation contextual tab. Enter 90 degree angle and press enter. Now you can see here the selected structural foundations is rotated by the 90 degree. After that, choose the Modify tool from the Select panel to exit the selection. Now, we are going to see the next section, that is rotating columns. In this section, you will rotate some of the structural columns in the structural model. To do so, place the cursor over the column located at the intersection of grid 4 and grid D. Then click on the highlighted column to select it. You can see here, after selecting the highlighted column, Modify Structural Columns contextual tab is displayed. After that, choose the Rotate tool from the Modify panel of Modify Structural Column contextual tab. See, here a dashed preview box is displayed around the structural column. After that, in the options bar, click in the angle edit box and enter 90 and then press enter. The selected column is rotated 90 degrees about its center. Next, repeat the procedure to rotate the columns located at the grid intersection, grid 4, grid E, and grid 5, grid D, and then grid 5, grid E. After rotating the desired column, the structural plan view at the entry level appears like this. Now, the next section is adding beams to the roof level. In this section, you will add beams to the columns that are projected to the roof level. To do so, double-click on the roof node in the structural plans head of project browser. Next, invoke the beam tool from structure panel of structure tab. Next, in the Properties palette, ensure that the concrete rectangular beam 12 inches by 24 inches option is selected in the Type Selector drop-down list. Now, using the beam tool that is already invoked, add beams between the grid intersections such as G14 and E4, then E4 and D4, then D4 and B4, after that B4 and B5, B5 and D5, D5 and E5, then E5 and G15, and last G15 and G14. Next, choose the Modify tool from the Select panel and then select the beams created in the previous step by using the Control key. And in the Properties palette, replace the existing values in the value fields of Start Level Offset and End Level Offset parameters with -1 feet. Then choose the Modify tool to exit from the current selection. And the last section of this tutorial is saving the project. In this section, you will save the project file using the Save As tool. To save this file, go to the File menu and choose Project option from Save As menu bar. You can see here the Save As dialog box is displayed. In this dialog box, browse to the location wherever you want to save your file. I'm browsing here the C drive. Go to the RST 2024 folder and create new subfolder with the name C06 RST 2024 Tute. Open this subfolder and enter the name of the project file C06 Commercial Complex Tute 1. Then choose the Save button. The Save As dialog box closes and the project is saved. After that, to close this project, choose the Close option from File menu. The file is closed and this tutorial is completed.
Finally, now you know how to rotate structural foundations, rotate columns, copy and paste columns, floors, and beams. Thanks for watching this tutorial.